Okay, so Shelly, you're probably going to want to read this out loud, at least for this one.
Oh, but
Because this is actually like a dialogue that I forgot to record. I thought she was just an NPC. Turns out I put a helmet on Ebb and didn't even realize it.
of course. But
Okay.
you did catch the last half of that on recording, didn't you?
I'll cut it off.
Okay,
It's
whatever.
worthless. Yeah.
The interesting thing is, haven't you awoken 3 at this point?
Yes.
Oh.
We just haven't talked to Ebb for a while.
We haven't talked
And,
to
like,
any of our other NPCs for a while.
I don't mind Ebb, and I would like to bring her along probably, but we just haven't had time for it because we need a tank, and since my character fulfills the nuker caster role, it's kind of hard to switch anybody else in. So we're going to be bringing Siren in with us. Maybe we'll fit her in later. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway.
Okay, so a second spire has awoken to your presence. This is fascinating and, I admit, enviable. If it turns out your connection to the spires invites death and woe, my jealousy might wane a bit.
I've been mulling over that structure we found atop Vendrian's well. Would you be opposed to me studying the sculpture in closer detail? I'd perhaps work a spell or two near the structure. Simple cantrips of gravelight by which to read and inspect, but I will not poke or shove the thing in any way physical or mystical.
Okay.
Oh, so gravelight is the magical term for the light of the moon Terratus grave, specifically when harnessed and manipulated for nefarious purposes. While the moon's rays are normally incapable of causing so much as a mild sunburn, the Tidecasters have long studied the magic that can concentrate these rays into bolts and beams of searing doom. The Tidecasters have spent centuries trying to mimic and control the moon's tidal pull on the oceans, and will often mention that diverting moonlight is the easy stuff compared to pulling and pushing the tides. But modern times have forced the School of Tides to concentrate on the more martial applications of this magic.
Let's see. If you think it is wise, of course.
Thank you. Next time we have a good moonlit night, I best settle in and see what sort of magic perturbations I can sense from the sculpture. What is it you need?
Let's see. I did want to talk to her for a second. She can teach us tide calling.
Okay.
Ask away.
Let's speak of magic.
You know, I normally charge for this, but for you...
She
Let's
smiles,
see.
waiting your query.
Let's go with number 1. What can you tell me of your magical tradition?
Now, you know that's a very personal question. The knowledge I have is a centuries-old gift from the Archon of Tides. I would sooner discard my life than the sanctity of that gift. I will speak in generalities only.
Let's see. Can you teach me what you know?
That might be too much. She said it was a gift from the Archon of Tides.
Let's try it anyway. We got a very high
Well,
loyalty
ask
with
what
it.
from what Archon does the Tidecaster draw upon their magic? I want to know
Okay.
who the Archon of Tides is.
Sure. From what Archon did the Tidecaster draw upon for their magic?
Okay. The first Tidecasters were given the gift of magic by our school's founder, Occulted Jade Archon of Tides. Though she was not of Kairos' ilk, she was as powerful as any Archon, and from her name and legacy we can mimic the moon's pull on the seas and change the currents.
Okay.
Okay, so Occulted Jade, Archon of Tides, is the founder of the School of Tides as well as its only ruler. Though she wore the title Archon, Occulted Jade never bowed to Kairos, though many have tried to compel her to do so. Having arrived with the settlers that made landfall at 5 Wives, she is perhaps the oldest known living Tearsman, capable of manipulating the oceans, the moon, and all the transitory forms of water. Occulted Jade used her magic to form a cabal of seafaring traders, musicians, and academicians. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's like academic magicians.
And it was the dedication to the arts that helped the school endure. For by teaching these trades to the children of noble families, the school remained in the good graces of the realms. Being able to control most anything cyclical and fluid, Occulted Jade has lived for centuries and could still be alive today, but none know with certainty. In the years before the conquest, the School of Tides discovered that the Overlords planned to invade. Despite all assumptions that the Tier's resident Archon would defend her school and home, to the surprise of everyone, the Archon vanished across the seas, taking nearly the entire School of Tides with her into exile across uncharted waters.
And then the other one is... Oh, never mind.
Teradus, the planet, has 2 satellites. Oh, I love worlds with 2 moons. I think 2 moons is always my favorite thing in fantasy.
Yep.
So I suppose this world is called Terratus, which makes sense. I mean, Terra means Earth.
Yep.
The tide-locked Terratus grave and the rapidly orbiting interloper. Scholars have long studied the effects of the 2 moons on the ocean currents, and a great deal of folklore concerns the origins of the moons. A common belief in Kairos Empire is that Terratus' grave will finally set in the horizon when Kairos' rule ends, whereas those in the tiers insist the moons are older than the old walls and will outlive even Kairos. And it's from her that we have spells to turn the moon's pleasant hues into a baleful ray of searing grave light. In all these years, I have not grown tired of the thrill of power. It's a rush of carnal humors every time.
Okay, let's try number 3. Can you teach me what you know?
I suppose I'm capable of it, but no. The secrets of the Archon of Tides dies with me.
Okay. Huh. Well, never
What
mind
about
then.
the moons? I want to know about the moons.
Which one?
6.
6. I'm guessing you can tell me more than I ever want to know about the moons.
You'd be right. My magic is generally associated with the moon Terratus grave, but you have to know where interloper is in the sky when mucking about with mystic forces. Does it say anything about the interloper?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay, lore 54. Do you control water, or do you mimic the tidal effects on moons that the moons have on water?
More 6 lore skill experience.
Yep.
Both, actually. I'm amused that you're keen on the difference. Our spells of ice and mist affect water directly, but are of limited volume. Displacing your own body weight in water is no mean feat. But if we're to move the ocean current, I drive myself nuts moving water in front of a boat a little at a time. That's where I'd use a cantrip to simulate a tidal pull.
Okay, let's see. Terratus Grave is the big one, right? Tell me about it.
Terratus grave is fixed in the sky, always overhead, day and night. It was first named by folks living far to the east. They'd look to the west and see the moon like a permanent hill on the horizon, a grave where the sun dies each evening. That's how the older folks saw it. If you live in the western part of the world, Terratus grave is overhead all the time. This means that day and night, it's reflecting the sun's rays. And if you know what you're doing, it doesn't just reflect, it magnifies.
Okay. Interloper's the one that moves in the sky, if I remember the lessons correctly.
Exactly. Interloper orbits Terratus at a steady clip, and its orbit sometimes crosses in front of Terratus grave, leading to mystical calamity if you don't know what you're doing.
Okay, talk about something else, and let's get going. I was
There's a
hoping
lot of questions about arcane society, about who knows what. Hoo-wee.
Yeah, I was really hoping that she would actually teach. Let's see. Research items. Huh. I guess we need more recruits here. Oh, and we're busy with drug research. I'd swear I had somebody here to do lore research for us. Or not lore.
Well, there was that dude
stuff.
about Vellum. He was over on the bottom, but you talked with him and you
Yeah,
left.
alright. Maybe the lore person's back at the original tower. What's this? Oh.
Well, you can see what you've put at each
Oh,
tower.
maybe it was our basic one. Like, our first tower is the one that teaches us lore. No. Oh, wait, wrong one. This one. Okay.
That's where the library is.
Scrolls for research. Okay, lore, control fire, control
That's
frost.
here.
Oh, so it was this, not Fila. Was it Fila? It was Fila.
Yeah, she has lore. I asked you to upgrade Siren or something,
Oh.
but you never did.
Oh!
That's yourself.
Yeah, so that's the trainer's max level. I didn't realize that there was a max level to worry about. Okay, do we get her? Yeah, we'll get her lore.
Well, that way she can handle the level 100 spells, right?
Yeah. At some point I'd like to learn control lightning, but whatever. Okay, there we go. Oh, and that nets her level. Actually putting her at, I think, the highest...
Wait, she knows all the songs now?
No. Oh. What? Huh, that's weird.
All of them are activated?
I didn't pick them, but I guess so. Okay, area of... Oh, shoot. Okay, we got to get Aria of Respite before she can get the reviving song, which is super helpful. Okay, right. We got this. I'll give her some health. There we go. Huh. I should really figure out how her songs work at some point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we won't really know until we're in combat, though, right?
Well, there was like a tutorial that popped up.
But you skipped it because we
Oh, requires 6 breaths.
a
But
breath.
we're not in combat. Okay, so there's some kind of resource mechanic here. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I'll have to watch out as we go along. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting that she's the same level as my character. Oh, there's her breath meter right there.
Yeah. You see, I thought that she had started off just as much, if not more, than us.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Okay, right. And the very, very quick throw on equipment. How do we just...
Oh, yeah, and that helmet is locked, definitely.
Yeah, of course. I think we get to take it off at some point. Once we have a little bit more loyalty, I'll bother with doing that.
Well, you wouldn't want to take it off of her unless she promises not to use her influence to just... She can have, like, something akin to mind control with her songs, right?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the point of her existence. Okay. Oh, what's with her entertainer? Oh, plus 15 to her performance skill. Okay, I kind of don't want to take that off. Do we have anything else? No
I
rubbings.
still wish that we had actually gone through with playing our D&D campaign that we were going to start with our friends. Because I was going to be a tiefling bard.
We'll
That would
do
have
it
been
at some point.
awesome.
Entropic.
I don't know if I would necessarily sing, though I love singing. For, like,
It would
the
be...
campaign.
That would be really inconvenient, to be totally honest.
Well, you know how in Legend of Zelda, they have little clips of songs for the ocarina?
Yeah.
Something that's only like a single bar. I mean, that wouldn't be bad, right?
Probably. I don't know. Well, now we have stupid amounts of money. So now I can buy every spell modifier and spell in the game, probably. We could actually probably also start producing some weapons and equipment. But yeah, I doubt we're going to need most of this stuff, considering the only character that actually needs gear... ooh, hold on. Maybe not. I gotta double check for a second. Just realized, Lantry is still wearing pretty basic equipment.
Uh-oh.
And I forgot about that. Okay. Well, this won't take too long. I could put him in Ironwalker armor. Not like it would actually make much of a difference here. Yeah, sadly, most of this stuff is kind of garbage for...
Now, before we go
Lantry?
to the library, can you fill me in on what precisely happened that first episode when you were choosing your course?
I was trying to, I guess, get access.
Well, didn't they say something about the sages having some kind of secret that could potentially overthrow Kairos?
Well, they just had a lot of knowledge that Kairos probably didn't want. We haven't heard about that yet. But mainly I was just trying to get the scribes to surrender and stuff like that. And instead they were just hiding inside, and eventually Kairos is like, "Alright, I'm bored of this. Blow it up." And I'm like, "Can we not?" And it's like, "Nope, blow it up." And it's like, oh.
But you did decide to tell the sages to leave.
Yeah, I did give them the opportunity to run away. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have any of those. And there, done. Done management.
Huh? You learned a new spell accent.
Bunch of them.
Look at all the pouches on your outfit. That was just weird.
Oh, my character? Or
Yeah, your character.
in my inventory? Oh yeah, the well, it's
It's like an alchemist outfit.
yeah, it's actually a character perk. Yeah, bandolier. Here we go.
Oh.
Party gains additional quick slot items and consumables when used in combat are more effective. I actually really wish I had picked this up earlier, because it's kind of ridiculous.
It was on one of the extra skill bars. I mean, look at how many bars that you have compared to your compatriots.
Well, yeah. I mean, part of it is so you can build the character you want to have. So if I wanted to, I could actually start specializing melee combat right now.
But you're still a caster.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so I've been focusing entirely on magic and leadership, which seems like a good idea. Okay, yeah, so I got a new spell of knocking people down.
Some
What's
kind of
this?
shield.
Armor penetration, range, and accuracy. But those are things that I don't even have the lore for right now.
On to the Vellum Citadel, right?
Pretty much. I just wanted to see if there's...
And Meothis hasn't gotten back to you.
No, not yet. Oh! Teaches control gravelight and control illusions. I don't know. Well, okay, we do actually need some more people here. So, I'm gonna hire Sage Nira. And who's the other person that would be good? Control gravelight. Oh, no, we've already got that. I don't have anybody that does control life.
Subterfuge and magic staff.
Yeah, but we've already got one for both of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess control stone. That's something. Okay. Part of the reason why I wanted to hire some extra people here is because we're researching items, if I remember right. And hiring some extra people is not a bad idea.
Metal armor, unique weapons.
Oh, control vigor, control stone. Why are these in the smithing area? I don't know.
Well, there's control lightning, control fire, frost.
No, now that I'm thinking about it, these are the forge people.
Yeah.
And then I believe that's just meaningless stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's enough spire management for now. So we're just heading up straight to... Oh, right. We have effigy. Nothing in there.
Right, because we have to go to effigy before we get into the burning library.
Okay. I kind of wish you could see like troops moving around. Like, it'd be kind of fun if there were
lava.
random armies. Ooh. Well, I mean, we did more or less open up a volcano.
Oh,
underneath.
Yes, true.
Oh, that was fast.
Ooh.
And are you serious?
Bow called the Fatebinder.
So it's
Fatebinder
accurate.
is a deliverer of final justice in the great court of mortality. This bow steals the fate of anyone it kills or something? Anyone it targets.
Proclaiming
Life or death.
Yeah, the reason why I was just surprised is that's orange.
Yeah, it's a nice looking bow.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of those.
Oh, hey, there's a beast lady.
Almost feels like we should probably have kills in shadow for this. Oh well, too late.
So, Akalia. You notice a young woman standing apart from the rest of the sages. She fidgets and twitches, hopping back and forth from foot to foot, murmuring to herself. Even though she seems energetic, her eyes are tired and rheumy, with dark circles underneath them. She leans against the wall, bouncing up and down on the balls of her feet. Looking up mid-twitch, she catches your eye and calls out to you. You there! Yes! You! Can you help me out? I have so much I need to... Oh, wait. I thought you were someone else, and this is incredibly embarrassing, so never mind, because you're not who I thought you were, and so you can help me. And it would be a waste for me to go ask you everything only to find out that you can't help me, because I know that you can't help me because you're not the person I was looking for. So thanks for listening, and I need to keep doing my research now, so I'll go over here. That was all one sentence.
Yep.
She bounces and twitches a few feet away and leans against the wall, again muttering to herself. I wanted to try to read that all in one breath as like some spastic thing after I realized what was happening, but then it was just so hard. So, Renata. As you approach, you see a stern-faced woman having a heated discussion with a frightened young man. She holds a piece of paper in her hand and punctuates every few words with a pointed tap on the sheet. The young man turns bright red and takes 2 shuffling steps backward, his eyes casting about for help from the group, but no one gathered will meet his gaze. Finally, the woman throws the paper at him and says dismissively, "We are done here." The young man makes a couple frantic grabs at the paper before finally securing it, then turns and runs away, tripping as he goes. The woman squeezes her eyes closed, sighs, and puts the palm of her hand against her forehead, working around in small circles. She takes another deep breath and then turns to face you. She gives you a half bow, her face stoic and her voice flat. Fatebinder, the last thing I expected here was a representative of the disfavored. My name is Renata. We are not properly prepared to receive you as we've recently taken a prisoner and he has proven to be quite the handful. She puts a hand to her head again, as if to emphasize her consternation. And I have the feeling you're probably here to speak of just such matters. You gain Wrath of the Sages Guild. What, just for talking with her?
Blew them up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Renata pauses for a moment. Although I have a matter I would like to address. When the Vellum Citadel was under siege, why did you feel it necessary to muzzle my fellow sages? If they escaped, what was so wrong with that? Kairos had issue with the knowledge that we had stored. Why punish its caretakers? Especially since they were already in fear for their lives. She puts up her hand and shakes her head. Never mind. I'm not sure I want to hear the answer. I have enough problems on my hand right now.
Okay. So during the Vellum Citadel campaign, Siren used her power to enthrall sages who crept beyond their stronghold. When the mages started to spout off forbidden knowledge to the forces of Kairos, hit them silenced with iron muzzles.
Renata looks where the young sage disappeared behind a building. She pauses and looks up thoughtfully. How do I say this diplomatically? We are rather short-staffed at the moment, and certain aspects of my day-to-day life are more difficult than I would hope. She considers you, her lips pursed. You can see she is choosing her next words carefully. Because you gave us warning, we were able to get a lot of important books and people out before our home was destroyed. For that, I thank you. She sniffs, her eyes briefly looking down. When she looks up again, she is composed, all sense of sentiment gone from her demeanor.
Okay, so for this, during the conquest of the Tiers, when it seemed like none of Kairos' forces would find common ground to resolve the siege of the Vellum Citadel, you proclaimed the Edict of Fire, reducing the library to a smoldering ruin. You gave the sages fair warning of the devastation to come, giving many the opportunity to flee with their lives.
What business do you have with the sages?
I've come in search of someone named Merrick. I've learned that he may be here.
Renata smiles and points south towards the house with the sage and beastman standing in front of it. He's here all right. He's our captive and he isn't going anywhere.
I would like to talk to your prisoner.
Renata folds her arms and looks at you incredulously. Well, considering he was probably sent to finish the job the edict started, which would mean you're probably here to check up on him, why ever would I let you do that?
I just want to see him briefly. He might be more inclined to talk to me.
Absolutely not. The last thing I need is for you two colluding against me. Now, I'm incredibly busy and I have work to do, so leave me be.
We are not criminals, Sage. Whatever you may think, we are the ones in the right here. You are simply an obstruction to be moved aside, by force if need be.
She scrutinizes Merrick with a mixed expression. Easy for you to say when you stand as tall as the library stacks. Come down to my level if you want to pick a fight, you great iron spire.
Ash has commanded me to speak with Merrick. If you are standing in the way, you are standing in the way of Kairos' forces.
And I have scattered group to collect and lead. Everyone has hardships, and I really don't care to hear about yours. Kairos has done enough damage, and I will not allow it to continue while I am here. You can bluster all you want. You will not be speaking to the prisoner.
I won't ask you again, Renata. Let me talk to Merrick, or pay the price.
Renata's eyes narrow. It appears you wish this to end in blood. So be it. You will find the sages aren't so easily silenced. Guards, we are under attack. Why didn't Lantry, like, butt in or something happen? Also, who is Merrick?
Merrick is the disfavored scoutmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's this do? Stanzas 1, 2, 3, powerful. Let's see.
That's fire and bleeding damage?
Death. To the tears we march. What about this one? I'll do that. What about this one? So we've currently got this extra might, extra whatever. Glory in battle, Fatebinder. Let's start with glory of battle. Oh, I see. That's interesting. And I'm just gonna let her cast freely. Merrick is not in a good spot. Oh, we have a beast woman, and oh, that's a sage. I thought he was going to be.
That's the door to the house.
Honestly, here.
So we're
hold
also
on.
killing the frantic girl that was talking all in one sentence too.
I'm gonna put my face back to what it was. I don't like this old face, but
it's completely bearded.
Yeah,
the
new one's just confusing because I'm not used to it. Okay.
It's just such a
Good luck.
shame that.
Yeah, that we can't just diplomatize our way past this. We blew up their home. It kind of makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna move back a bit so we're not getting hammered here. Okay. Let's do that. Does she not automatically cast spells? That's unfortunate.
Well, she's singing stanzas right now.
Yeah, so pretty much I can switch things around. So if I just leave it on these, she just keeps singing them. And that should be fine. I'll be totally honest, I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't mind her style, but it is one of those where I would prefer to
have more active party members.
Well, I would prefer to just kind of wait. No, we don't want to cast that. We want to cast that on her.
I mean, we haven't really seen if it has a decent effect. Merrick's getting. Woo-wee.
He's getting hit. It's not a problem yet.
Oh, they're in a line. That's nice.
Part of it is we have 2 healing characters now, so Merrick is less danger. At some point, I'll probably get Ebb in the party.
You got knocked down by that sage.
Yeah. At some point, I'll get Ebb in the party. And,
Siren's getting damaged by that beast woman.
no, Beast Woman's Dunsky.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There we are.
Can we heal her up so she doesn't get wounded, or does a wound happen regardless of how...
Wound is a certain point, but we'll be okay. Oh.
Sage's Wrath ability, Knowledge Hunter.
Yep. Here, I'll do quickening.
I wonder if this means that we'll have to annihilate all the sages too, or if we're going to be given the opportunity to...
I get the very distinct feeling we are going to be killing the sages. As this next one. I mean, we are assaulting them to destroy some knowledge hidden beneath the library. I think we are past the point.
But I think we want that knowledge for ourselves.
Probably. Yeah. I don't know. Kind of depends.
I think so, because I know that you're all glory to Kairos, but I think Kairos needs to be taken down. Except we can do it subtly by having you rise to power.
Realistically, I'm still not particularly interested in going overwhelmingly like we are going to be the hero here, just because...
I'm not asking for you to be a hero. I'm asking for you to take out a despot so that you and the other Archons...
Can do what? All the other Archons are kind of dicks to begin with.
Not all of them.
Ash, I mean,
Siren's in your party.
Yeah,
She's an
and she
Archon.
mind controls people.
Uh-oh. Well, that's Merrick.
It's Merrick. What do you want? I've already faced enough torments at the hands of these scholars. The bound prisoner squints up at you and licks his dry lips. Oh, you're Tunan's Fatebinder, aren't you? I'd recognize you anywhere. But I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage right now. I'm at your mercy. Let's see. You must be Merrick. Ash has tasked me with destroying the library, so I need your help to get past the chorus. Merrick looks dismayed. So, Graven Ash sent someone to finish what I couldn't do. I know I failed the mission, but I didn't know I wasn't going to be given a chance to redeem myself. So be it. There's no point in mourning what cannot change. As for your problem, I wish I could help you, Fatebinder, but at the present, I can't even help myself. Merrick looks down at his restraints. Why does it keep... Whatever. Anyway. What happened to you? My scouts and I were infiltrating the burning library. One of my best, Jelena, must have been working with the Scarlet Chorus. She disappeared, and shortly after, we were hunted down. He sends a bloody gob of spit to the ground. She used her oath-bound connection against us. That's how the Chorus was able to pin down our location.
Oh.
Damn clever. I don't know how many of us were taken, but these sages caught me while I was resting. Suppose I should feel grateful? Now I just await my execution, unless you're willing to help me. Set me free and we can talk more. That would be a real favor. And if you were worried about the muscle around camp, the rest of my scouts are nearby. They can help us fight off the sage scum. Oh, the sages are already dead. You're free. Whew, that's a neat helmet. Merrick has been joined by the members of his unit, two weary-looking oathbound with large patches of ashen blood blanketing their armor. They nod to their commander as they approach. A curiously nonchalant expression to his rescue. Merrick appears to regain some strength at the sight of his men. He beckons vigorously as you approach, a determined expression visible on his face. Thanks for your help, Fatebinder. I'll be forever in your debt for helping me avoid the shame of a dishonorable death on the top of my other failure. I'm afraid I must ask you more of you, even after you have already done more for me than I can repay. Well, first you will help me. I need to get to the library. I will tell you everything I know. I only ask that you do something for me once you make it to the library. Graven Ash tasked me and my group with destroying it. Unfortunately, we were discovered and routed. But I know how to get you there safely. Here, let me mark it on your map. Mark on your map how to bypass all the chorus patrols to get inside the library. Once there, you need only deal with the sensor to get inside. Be aware, Fatebinder. One of my soldiers mentioned a large magical barricade deep inside the library. The sensor has her gang searching the entire building for parts of some kind of passcode to get beyond it. If you're going to accomplish your goal, you will need to find the passcode before they do. I wish I had more information for you, but I hope that'll help you. He salutes you. Now, I would make my request of you.
Yeah, edict.
Can you tell me anything about the edict? Okay, unfortunately not. All I know is that all the forbidden lore in the library must be destroyed. Graven Ash believes that destroying the Silent Archive will achieve this, but with the barrier protecting it, no one can get to it. At least, it seems no one has gotten in yet. Otherwise, the edict would have ended. What is your request? Some of my Oathbound scouts are still missing. Two are in the burning library, and the third, Jelena, is in the Scarlet Chorus camp. I want to see her properly punished for her betrayal, as much as I want to see the others saved.
Oathbound connection, what is that?
Okay.
It's probably
You
like some kind
mentioned
of
an
protection.
Oathbound connection. What is that? Because you helped me, I'll tell you, but normally this knowledge is not shared outside of the disfavored. Before you are truly an Oathbound, you must complete a ritual that connects you to each one of your brothers. Their feelings become yours. Their pains are your pains, and their troubles are yours as well. Jelena used that connection to betray us. She must be made to pay for this act. Tell me about the betrayal. Okay. We already saw that one. Okay, what do you want me to do? Ask you to find my missing men and return them to me. Jelena must be made to pay for the crimes. I will not have another of my men lost or a weak will. Well.
Well, let's see.
I will find your men and return them to you. Thank you, Fatebinder. I'm in your debt. I will not hide the fact that without your help, I would have failed in my mission. Your name will be praised as long as I can draw breath. I await your return here. Okay.
I still think we should take the library's
knowledge for ourselves? Absolutely.
Because if Kairos wants it destroyed, and Kairos most certainly will either want us dead or the other Archons will want us dead. I mean, you need to take that into consideration.
Probably, yeah. The problem is there's not, like, much of an endgame site for this. We're just given a lot of tasks. And so, like...
But, I mean, the whole subplot with Bleedin' Mark and Myothis seems to point to someone. Well, somewhere, I should say.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. We'll find out. This violin music just makes me sleepy automatically. Also, just like, as much as I like this game, the dialogue does get to run on a little long.
I like it.
I like it too. It's just, we've already been recording for over half an hour. And apart from one fairly short fight, we really haven't gone very far or done many things.
Is action really associated with just fights?
Not necessarily. I actually really enjoy exploring areas and stuff.
So who is that person in purple?
That's, that might be an Earthbinder.
Is it one of the missing men? I would go look at them.
I'll look at them in a second.
Are
That's
they
the entrance.
Corpse?
This is some Scarlet Chorus, so we're going to,
Oh, hey, is that the sage from earlier that had run back? You know, the guy with the paper. You're sneaking right into their midst.
Well, okay, here's what we're going to do. Merrick,
you're even knocking into them. It's like, ooh, something feels like it's running into me. You know, what's going on?
A twisted man leans over two forms on the ground. One a robed figure covered in bruises, the other a soldier horribly burned, lying motionless to the side. The man grunts to you with obvious displeasure. Hell, if it isn't the betrayer himself. He spits. If you want anything here, you need to meet with the censor. She's to the east, by the rune's entrance. You should go. Now. Alright, whatever. I guess we'll go check that out first.
You can loot the...
Soldier? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We'll do that first, and then we'll go... we'll loot everybody, then we'll murder everybody. Yeah, foul murmur. Okay. Yeah,
they always have names that are associated with sounds.
The corpses of sages are skewered on these spikes. Their skin has been blackened by the heat of the magma belching from the nearby fissures. Okay. We've also got this. Sigil of Reaching Grasp. To some degree, I think I already have some of these, which is kind of unfortunate. Is this it? Yep. Precise action. Channeled strength. I already know that. Really wish I knew where they're specifically listed. Oh, right. This is a hat. Compare. Balancing act. Versus... Okay. Cowl of Disbelief I'm going to throw on Lantry.
Looks like he has a turban.
Kind of fits. Okay, and the other stuff not so useful. The soldier watching you...
It's a lady.
Soldier walking past catches a glimpse of you and immediately points her spear towards you.
The censor will be very interested in your presence, Fatebinder. She's near the entrance of the library. Go now.
Very well.
Well, at least you have the option to just pass.
Yep.
It might mean you have more people to kill later.
Oh, no, we're going to have to fight everybody. I'm under
Unless
no
they're giving you some
illusions
bizarre opportunity to help them. That'd be weird.
Yeah, betray the disfavored for whatever reason.
Subterfuge.
I don't think we actually get subterfuge experience for any of this. Now that's the sensor there. I wanted to come over here for a second. Who's this? Boltok.
Boltok.
Yep. This guy.
They have some beastmen too.
Yeah, so my bet is this would normally, like if you were with the Scarlet Chorus, this would probably be something that you would, this would be like a town that you'd have access to.
Yeah.
But for us, it's just going to be a battlefield probably.
Go away.
Well, there's an option. Okay. Just kind of want to explore and loot before the combat starts.
Talking.
Yeah. Because we're automatically going to be fighting all of these people. Hello.
Well, that's a portal. Oh, that's Jelena.
This disfavored soldier sags heavily against her rope, emaciated and weak. Her clothes reveal her to be one of the Oathbound.
So she was betrayed by them, huh?
Fatebinder, you're no enemy of the disfavored. My life is worthless, but perhaps you can help my brethren, please.
What happened to you?
I came here with a unit of Oathbound scouts and our leader, Merrick. We were trying to locate the Silent Archive. When we saw that the place was overrun with Scarlet Chorus, We resolved to destroy the archive so that its contents didn't fall into the wrong hands. I crept along the surface while the others descended into the library's depths. As the hours dragged on, I got clumsy. Someone caught wind of me, and a man they call Murmur has been my tormentor ever since. She grimaces in introspection. He was keen enough to know that the Oathbound can feel each other's presence. That makes us powerful on the battlefield, but it's a crippling disadvantage if anyone gets captured. It devastates me to admit that I eventually broke. Whatever else they are or claim to be, the chorus are persuasive. However, I fed them as many lies as I did facts, betting that the chorus would busy themselves on their search and give the Oathbound more time to escape. I heard around the camp that Merrick made it out, but I don't know about the others.
So she wasn't really a traitor.
No.
She just...
Merrick wants you dead.
Merrick is right to want me dead. I tried to help my unit, but I betrayed them in the process. When this is all over, I'll submit to whatever judgment I'm owed. I wouldn't expect you to preside over my sentencing. That you're talking to me now is more than I deserve.
How can I help?
To my knowledge, 2 members of my unit are still alive and pinned down in the burning library. I'm in no shape to go after them myself. If you managed it, I'm sure that Merrick would appreciate knowing that his troops weren't completely devastated. All I can say is you'll find them in the library. I can't seem to pinpoint where they are. I only know both of them are injured. Tread lightly, Fatebinder. I fear that place is far from stable.
Let me release you.
That is better than I deserve, but so be it. I was content to die by the censor's hand. I betrayed my unit and cost them their lives, after all. But as you have seen fit to release me, I'll find some discreet cover and lay low until you've retrieved my brethren. Good luck, Fatebinder.
Okay, addendum. Ties the bind. Yeah. So, you elected to free Jelena, who said she would return to Merrick to face judgment. Okay. That seemed reasonable. So we've got this. Passageway has been blocked by a magical field. It's clear. It isn't clear on how one might remove it. Alright, let's go deal with the
is
sensor.
there a place off to the right, or is it just the sensor now?
It's just the sensor and his goons.
The sensor. This is a lady, right?
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
Okay, because I remember they mentioned that she was a lady.
Stay your weapons. This is Tunon's Fatebinder.
The sensor makes a swift motion to her soldiers, then pauses to look you up and down.
And what a complicated pleasure it is to find you in my camp. Now, what would Ash's plaything want with my library? It wasn't enough to betray Narat and side with that rule-bound control freak. Are you here to try and take this away too?
She doesn't seem particularly happy that you decided to throw your lot in with the disfavored instead of the Scarlet Chorus in the Battle of Endrin's Well.
The only reason I've instructed my soldiers to show restraint is because of the sensitive operation ongoing in the ruins. One that I don't intend to disturb. The players in that little game have enough to keep themselves occupied. With that said, I wouldn't hesitate to kill you if it proved necessary. So, why don't you tell me what you're doing here, and we'll see how this goes.
I'm here for the Silent Archive, not for any of you.
She knots her brow and considers your words.
How did you know about... Oh, never mind. The Silent Archive is a chorus matter to be dealt with on our terms. You won't be getting inside the burning library while I'm here. This is your chance to leave with your life intact. I suggest you take it. Now, as much as I enjoy entertaining your company, I need every man and woman here to continue scouring the library. If you would do me the honor of making yourself scarce, I can refocus on more important matters.
I'm here to search the library. Let me pass.
Absolutely not. The library is too important to let the likes of you inside. I don't have time to discuss this matter further. You are free to leave. If you step further into my camp, then I will find a more expedient way to deal with you.
Alright, see ya. Now we're gonna go up over here.
Are there any other paths?
No, we're gonna murder our way from the outside in as opposed to the inside out.
So you're gonna take that sage
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
from the other camp.
Yeah, because, like, there's nothing we can do with these people. Obviously. So I'm just going to start by attacking this guy.
Well,
this
yeah,
time.
Murmurs was pretty bad anyway.
Yep. Okay, so we want Merrick to be here, and then the rest... I'm going to start with over here, just in case. There we are.
Hopefully you get some favor with the sages.
Whee! I was curious when we would get to the fun part. Foul Murmur lunges at you with maniacal glee. Yay. Alright, Fireball. Fireball. Actually, come to think of it, we should probably do Iron Tolling. There we go.
That puts them all in one place, huh?
Generally, yeah. So Iron Tolling is effectively an AoE taunt,
Oh, yeah.
which
of
is
course.
great. Anyway.
Get everyone in a row. I still hope that you get some kind of points with the sages by releasing the kid.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I don't have anything against the sages apart from the fact that they're standing in my way. So, wait, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? Let's do this.
I mean, I want the knowledge for us.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kairos wants it destroyed, it has to be important.
Well, we're probably going to get access to it.
I mean, maybe this is one of those things where, you know how those in power want to maintain their power, even if it means prohibiting others from attaining it themselves? I mean, you're just learning the whole secrets of the Archons and how they're made by having a specific, like, attunement to magic and being able to employ it properly.
Yeah.
Huh, a Singed Scarlet Chorus report. The edges of the report appear to be burnt, the words faded. Through the barely legible scribbles, you can make out the names of various tools of torture and the people on which they were applied. Beside each entry is a span and year. You notice further up the names sound more northern, and the years far precede the conquest of the Tears. Huh, interesting. Are you gonna talk to the kid?
Oh yeah, should probably talk to the guy. The sage has clearly suffered at the hands of his captors. Burn marks cover his legs and shoulder, and his shoulders slump unnaturally. He looks at you in stunned disbelief. Thank you, I can't believe those blackguards are finally dead, he spits. May they rot. I would say more, but I have to make my escape before a patrol circles back, and you wouldn't want to be caught here either, for that matter. He clasps both of your hands in his. If you're truly committed to taking on the Scarlet Chorus, you should speak with Renata, our leader. She is nothing if not sympathetic to your interests.
Is there a way that we could have, if we hadn't insisted on freeing Merrick, could we have continued on, freed this kid, gone back, and then she would have been like, oh, you saved our kid, I'm going to let you have Merrick? Because he's telling us to go back to Renata.
Interesting question.
Do you want to save here and, like,
yeah, let's try that. Okay, seek her out in the Ruins of Effigy. She has a camp there with other members of our order. Farewell. Thank you again. I'll take my leave, but tread carefully. The Chorus are crazy and disorganized. But that is part of their strength. Don't let them get the drop on you.
Okay,
right.
Let's make a separate save file.
Yeah. Let's go check it out. How far back can I load?
Is
Effigy. There we go.
Are you gonna cut?
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll skip ahead. If we just skip back to where we
to
were.
Say farewell to her, right?
No. If we skip back to where we just were, that means it failed, and if we continue on from here, it means we succeeded. We'll find out shortly.